What's going on, everyone? This is Erik from Full Nine MMA, and today I am joined by Anthony Showtime Pettis, who's going to be taking on Clay Collard in his PFL debut on April 23rd. Anthony, how are you?
Good, man. Can't complain. Just out here in Atlantic City in the bubble.
Of course, I was going to ask you about that. So you're in the bubble over there. How's the transition been from, you were in the UFC bubble for your last two fights. How's the comparison been between that and the PFL?
Honestly, at first I was a little frustrated because it's like a 17-day bubble. I'm like, man, it's a long time. After I got out of the first 2 days, man, I love it. Like they did a great job putting us, making us comfortable. We had a lot of training rooms, great food. I got my team here, so literally all I got to do is think about the fight. It feels good to be like so secluded and like focused.
Yeah, no, that's awesome to hear. And you're going to be fighting at 155. Is that correct? So
Correct.
How's it been weight cutting again?
Oh, man. I actually love the weight cut. Like 170 is weird because like I didn't have to cut weight. That's like my natural walk around weight. I looked a little fat when I was fighting at 70 just because that's his natural weight. But 155 without doing a weight cut, it kind of feels weird. Not like for a fight, it doesn't like part of the fight feels like the weight cut. You got to be like on your stuff because like the weight cut is what makes you think about the fight every day. You're like, I got to make sure I'm eating clean. I got to make sure I'm doing the right amount of calories being burned. So it's part of the process, and I feel like you're more into it when you're cutting weight.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, the PFL didn't do you any favors with the matchmaking. You're fighting a really tough opponent, tremendous boxer, and Clay Collard. How have you been preparing for him? What was the training camp like for a fighter like this?
Oh, you know what? For this tournament, it's different because I don't get my time off like usual. Like, I don't go fight a month off. Like I literally fight 2 months and then 2 months again, 8 weeks and 7 weeks. So the training's been a little less impactful in the body, more mindset training. Like I've been doing this so long, man. I'm 34 years old now, and I started when I was 18. And this is my 35th professional fight on the biggest level. So I feel like as far as skill set goes, I already have all the skills. It's more sharpening the mind up, getting the body prepped, and obviously having a good game plan not to get hurt in these first couple fights so I can make it to the finals.
Yeah, for sure. I know that's obviously probably the biggest difference in fighting for PFL is just how they, they do the tournament style over there. Any prediction how the fight's going to go against a fighter like this?
Knockout. I know he's a tough dude, and he gets hit a lot, but it's different when you're getting kicked in the face and kicked in the legs and punched in the face. And I got a total MMA game against a guy who really only has two weapons. I think he definitely can kick and punch, but like not on my level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hard pressed to find a better kicker than you anywhere in MMA. So I wanted to ask you a little bit because it wasn't necessarily a surprise. You had talked about looking at free agency, at other options. But at this point in your career, after accomplishing, so much so young, what are your plans in the PFL? Are you looking to just take some fun fights, win the $1 million tournament, of course, or are you looking to like really go on a dominant title reign, or all of the above?
All of the above. I think so this is how it works here. You get 1 year, 6 months to fight in a tournament. So by the end of this year, I could be a champion again. And then it just resets. You start all over again. So there's like another season, if you will. So I put myself in this position. So when I do win this belt, I'd be a 3 organizational champion, WEC, UFC, PFL. And then I'm only 34 years old. I still have a lot of time to go play wherever I want to go, like legacy fights. Like I was part of the UFC so long, attached to that banner. I've gotten some amazing opportunities, and like I have nothing but great things to say about the UFC. They treat me very well. Covered with Wheaties box, Showtime kick, everything that I've accomplished over there. But at this stage of my career, the freedom I have now is amazing. Obviously, I'm stuck in this tournament circuit for a little bit until the season's over. But after the season's over, I have the options of doing pretty much whatever I want.
Yeah, no, that's true. Do you kind of prefer having, like set times that you're going to fight throughout the year? Is that something that you like better? That structure?
I never had it before. Like this is my first year knowing all my fights set up already. I already do love it. Like I feel like it's more a structured life, man. I'm not like waiting for a phone call. I'm like, oh shit, I might have to cut weight in like 2 weeks or jump on the scale and fight in front of the world in 17 days notice. That's how I was living my life. And I got comfortable there. I was like, I'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, any weight class. I moved up to 170, went down to 145, and I was fighting everybody. And now when I look back at that part of my career, I'm like, man, maybe for the business side of my career, that wasn't the smartest moves.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And you touched on this a little bit earlier with the mindset training, and also in that really, really good ESPN interview that you did a couple months back about the sports psychology and how that's helped you. I kind of wanted to ask just about your general growth as a fighter. Obviously, you came to the UFC very young, accomplished an awful lot at a very young age, almost kind of grew up in front of some of the UFC fans' eyes in a way. So can you speak a little bit about how you evolved, like, this new Showtime versus the young one back early in the UFC?
Man, the young Showtime was just a young, hungry killer, bro. Like I'd literally fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. Just kind of the mindset of like, yo, I am the best in the world, and like I would tell myself that every day. And then when you get, when you get there and you become the champion, and you're like all the dreams and like aspirations you thought were gonna happen, you're like, oh, okay, this is it. This is what this belt's all about. And it's not a bad thing. It's just like, yo, maintaining that is hard. So I respect guys who can maintain that same amount of dedication and everything it takes to be the best in the world. In my weight class, 155 pounds, there's some killers. So it's like whoever can hold that. That's why no one holds the belt for longer than 2 fights, 1 fight, because it's just so killer's row. There's somebody up coming up next. But I think this Showtime now is a lot more smarter and more mature, if you will. Like I understand my position in the sport. I understand like having a game plan, but also having the right mindset attached to that game plan. Because I mean, when you have a game plan and you're in front of the world and somebody punches you in the face and you're bleeding, shit changes. It's just human instinct. You're just like, oh my God, I got to kill this guy, or I got to like run away. Like fight or flight kicks in. Whereas now, like I'm attached to the moment of now. Like I really focus on like whenever I feel like adversity or something's going on, I attach myself to my breath, my inhale and my exhale. And that moment in between the two is the only real time we actually can control, is our response to a simulation. Whatever's going on, whether it's a fight training, whether it's me, my fiance, me and my daughter, like being present in them moments is the only way I can give the best version of myself.
Of course. And I know the whole MMA community is just buzzing for you to make your PFL debut April 23rd. Got to make sure everyone tunes in. I wanted to switch gears a little bit and talk about some more fun stuff because, tonight, it is Saturday, the time that we're filming this. We have Ben Askren, your teammate, versus Jake Paul. Did you help Ben at all? I kind of wanted to hear your thoughts on this. This is just such a wacky matchup. So I wanted to hear what you had to say.
Yeah, I didn't get to get any work with Ben, honestly. I was when his fight got announced, my fight was announced. I was getting ready for an MMA fight. He's getting ready for a boxing match. And he also he lives kind of maybe 45 to an hour away from Milwaukee. So his training's more up north and where his neck of the woods. I mean, he built a beautiful training facility at his house. I mean, he has wrestling gyms. Like he's done very well for himself, where he's at. And his skill set, like if we're talking about the fight itself, his skill set, people don't see him as a striker, but he's a fighter. Like you get punched, he gets punched in the face by me. I kicked him in the face before and he just walks through it. It's like, it's not the same as fighting a basketball player, a guy who's never been hit before and doesn't know what to expect. Like Ben's been hit before. Ben's been in the fire before. Jake hasn't. And I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a real fighter fight high school athlete.
Of course. And that's just such a crazy matchup. I'm sure it's going to be exciting to watch just for the spectacle. Another kind of fun fight that got announced recently, Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier 3. Obviously, Dustin Poirier is somebody you have cage time experience with. Conor, I'm sure someone that you've watched sharing divisions with him. Any prediction for how the third fight goes? I know the second was a big surprise for a lot of people.
Yeah, I called the second one. I said Dustin Poirier. I mean, I think when Conor McGregor does not get under Dustin's skin and Dustin fights with a level-headed mind, he has more tools. When Dustin tries to knock Conor out and he's frustrated, he walks into that left hand. So I go Dustin again, as long as Dustin can stay level-headed. And I think after you beat somebody now, no matter what Conor says, it's like, yo, I knocked you out. There's nothing that can really dig under your skin. Like I knocked you out in front of everybody. It made you not be able to walk. So I feel like Dustin's going to have that mental edge again. And nothing against Conor. I'm great fighter, but Dustin just has more tools and he has more time, high levels. Like he's been fighting the best of the best, no breaks. And Conor's had a lot of breaks. He went to boxing and, so there's levels to that.
Yeah, definitely. And Anthony, again, can't thank you enough for joining us today. It was great talking to you. But before I let you go, your YouTube channel is something that I wanted to ask you a little bit about. You're going to become a little bit more active on YouTube. Share with us your plans. We'd love to help you out.
Yeah, man. So I started my own management company and marketing company for all these up and coming fighters. So I'm kind of making myself the blueprint of how we have access to fighters. It changed like what the fans can see. So my YouTube channel is going to be we're launching this week. We'll have my lead up to this fight. Fun stuff with me and Serge, fun stuff with my family, just kind of the lifestyle behind what it is that I do. And I think it's a lot of people want to see it, especially like the week here, the 2 weeks here in the bubble. So the YouTube channel, a lot of behind the scenes footage. I'm more active on social media, TikTok, Instagram, so everybody can follow me on there at Showtime Pettis for Instagram, Anthony Pettis for TikTok and YouTube. Awesome.
We'll make sure to link all that below. Best of luck with the launch of the YouTube channel. We'll help you out, throw some timestamps. We'll make some fun little graphics. We'll try to help you out there. But Anthony, cannot thank you enough for joining us today. It's really been a pleasure talking to you. Good luck on April 23rd. Can't wait to see you.
Boss. Have a good one.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. If you like our content, be sure to subscribe to Full Man MMA. And while you're at it, make sure to hit the bell icon as well so you never miss an update from us.